What's up, guys? LQ here with the LQ Review. I'm here to give my review of The Mandalorian Episode 5. The Mandalorian Episode 5. And it was bound to happen, right? There was bound to be an episode that wasn't great. We were bound to get an episode of The Mandalorian. In eight episodes, we were bound to get one where we look at it and we're like, yeah, that one wasn't so good. Well, we've got it in Episode 5. Now, it wasn't a train wreck. It wasn't a dumpster fire. But I just feel like nothing happened. I feel like nothing happened at all. Yeah, they went to Tatooine. And yeah, they went to Mos Eisley. Yeah, they went to Mos Eisley Cantina. Yeah, we saw some familiar faces. Yeah, they dropped some references to other locations on Tatooine. Yeah, they talked about the Hutts. But nothing happened. You know, he left the child on his ship, where the lady that was doing the repairs on his ship found the child and cared for it. He went out and worked with a aspiring bounty hunter who wants to get into the guild to get the bounty on somebody else who's a very dangerous person. They work together. They catch her. The aspiring bounty hunter, turns on the Mandalorian. And that's it. There's resolution to that conflict, and that's it. And then they get back in the ship and they leave Tatooine. Nothing happened. There wasn't really any character development here. You know, in some of the episodes where, like the episode where they were at the farm, in the farm community, there was a lot of character development in that episode. A lot happened as far as developing the character of the Mandalorian. Nothing happened in this episode. There wasn't any character development. We didn't get any great moments from the child. It was just, this was a filler episode. Mandalorian has not had any filler episodes yet, but this was a filler episode because it didn't drive the story forward at all. Now, once the series is over, we might be able to look back and see that there was something amazing that happened here. Or something that was pivotal to the story that happened here. Maybe one of the characters they introduced in this episode pops up later and it becomes very relevant. But right now, it just doesn't look like there's anything relevant about this episode, except for the fact that they went to Tatooine and there's a lot of callbacks to the original trilogy. A lot. This episode should have been titled Mandalorian Episode 5 Easter Egg Hunt, because there's a lot of Easter eggs. And that's kind of fun in its own way. It's kind of fun to have some fan service here and there. That's why I don't think it was a train wreck. It wasn't a dumpster fire. It was fun to keep that keen eye and see what we see. But it was not a good episode as far as story development, character development, anything of that nature. And I know that a lot of people really want Dave Filoni to start directing Star Wars movies. I still think he's ready. The two weakest episodes this season of The Mandalorian have been Episode 1, which was good, and Episode 5, which wasn't so good. Is that story or is that direction? I'm just, based on what I've seen so far from his direction, from his episodes in The Mandalorian, he's got to get some more directing time, live action, before he does a live action Star Wars movie. He's just got to, because his two episodes have been the weakest. But I don't know. It wasn't bad. It was bad compared to the other four that came before it. So when you've had 4 episodes of just great storytelling where you're just enthralled by what's happening, and then an episode where you're just kind of bored and kind of like, what's the point? Then in comparison, it makes it seem much worse than it actually is. And that's kind of the feeling that I had with it, is that it felt worse than it was because I compared it to the other episodes. Not a dumpster fire, not horrible, not the worst thing I've ever seen, but just not on par with the first 4 in any way whatsoever. So hopefully they can rebound for Episode 6. I think they will. They've got a lot of momentum going, and this was just one 30 minute bump in the road. So I think they'll rebound. I think they'll be fine. I think that this will end on a very high note with 6, 7, and 8. But they've got to move the story forward now. They've got to move the story forward because we still don't even know where he's going. We don't know what the point of all this is. We just know that he's protecting the child. There's really not much of a plot in this other than the Mandalorian protecting the child. So they really need to start developing that a little bit more. We need to get a sense on what is his end game? What's he want to accomplish? What is he trying to do? Is he just going to be content with being on the run forever? Is he going to try to find this thing a home? What's his end game? We really don't have any idea on that right now. And the little stinger at the end, the person kneeling, who was that? I think that's going to play a big role in the last three. Was it Boba Fett? Was it Darth Maul? Was it some other character? Was it a new character we've never seen? I don't know. I think that's going to be an exciting piece to the last three episodes. Is who was that? Clearly somebody's tracking Mando. So keep an eye out for that. But I don't know. What did you guys think of this episode? Episode 5 of The Mandalorian. Do you agree with me? Was it the weakest episode, or do you think I'm nuts? Let me know in the comments down below. And thank you for being here at the LQ Review, where we talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff we love to talk about. And until next time, we'll see you later.
Every single day